which after they were carried, God tempted Abraham and said to him, Abraham, and he responded, I am here. He said, carry your begotten son, whom you love, Isaac, and go into the land of visions. Offer him there as a burnt offering over one mountain, which I will show to you. Therefore Abraham in the night rose and saddled his own donkey, leading the two young men and Isaac, his own son, to chop wood for the burnt offering. He left to the place which God had commanded. On the third day he opened his eyes, and he saw the place far off. He said to his own boys, Wait with this donkey. I and the boy will continue to worship. Then we will return to you. He also carried the wood to the burnt offering and placed it over Isaac, his son. He carried in his hands the fire and the sword. The two, I can't remember that, continuing I believe it is, together. Isaac said to his own father, my father. He responded, What is it, my son? Behold the fire and the wood. Where is the victim for the burnt offering? Abraham said, God will provide the victim for the burnt offering, my son. Therefore they continued together. They came to the place which God showed them, in which they built an altar and under the wood, and placed under the wood. He collected Isaac and placed him in the altar over the stem of the wood. He extended his hand and opened the sword to sacrifice his son. And behold, the angels of the Lord from the sky shouted, saying, Abraham. Abraham responded, I am here. And he said to them, Do not extend your hand over the boy, nor do something. I know that you fear God and your son, begotten on account of me. Abraham lifted his eyes and saw after his back a ram between the bushes, something by the horns, whom he carried to the burnt offering for his son. The Lord called the name of the place he saw, whence up until today it is said, in the mountain the Lord will see. And the angels called Abraham of the Lord, the second from the sky, saying, Through myself I have helped. The Lord says, For you do this thing and do not, I should know that word, peperkisti, and do not, something like neglect, I believe it's neglect, and neglect, offer your begotten son. I can't remember it. I will bless you, and I will multiply your seed as the stars in the sky, and something which is in the shore of the sea. I will place your seed in the ports of your enemies. And he was blessed in your seed all generations of the earth, for you have obeyed me. There we go. I think I did decent on that one, considering that I've not looked at this book for about a week. 95% of it. Maybe like 92% correct. Right. Yeah, I should probably do that. I'll have to do it quickly. Joseph said, I cannot contain myself to the many standing before him, whence he ordered them to leave wholly outside, and none were between. The alien acknowledgement of the many. Struggled a bit there. He opened the voice with tears, which the Egyptians all heard from the house of the Pharaoh, and he said, my own brothers, I am Joseph. To this my father I live, nor can I respond. Brothers, I fear something. To whom Salamander go, he said to me, and come. They went. I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold in Egypt. Do not fear, nor will you long have seen which you sold me in this region, for you sent me, the Lord, before you in Egypt. Twice there was famine to be. I'm seeing so many of these words and it's like I'm so close to getting them. I recognise them, but I recognise them, but it's not quite fully there. Coep, it's again so close. In the land, and to this 5 years it stood, nor something. The Lord Priasanat rode to send. The Lord rode to send me to preserve over the earth and food to the living, to have for the living. But not your plan, God. This is the will. I was sent, which he did to me. Have more trouble with this one, and the Lord, the house, and all of the land of Egypt. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one. This one's frying my brain. This is why it was a lot better with Genesis. I did much better with that because it was continuing on for the last page. This is just skipping through the Bible at random. Hurry and climb to my father, and you will say to these, remain your son Joseph. God. The other thing is, because the word order's all scrambled, I do need to take my time sometimes to figure it out, whereas if I'm doing this, I'm just rushing through it, so I'm making mistakes. The Lord of Egypt, descend to me and do not die, and habited in the land of guessing, Eris, you will next to me, you and your son, and the son of your son, your sheep and your arth. Don't know that one. I can I recognise it? I don't know. Which you place. You feed for the 5 years you remain. There was famine remained, nor Eras, and your eyes and my eyes, my brothers, I see which my which my mouth was spoken to you. My glory and whole which you see in Egypt, hurry and dare me. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up there. It's as you can see, I still do have some problems with it. I'm getting probably, I'd say 80% of the words out of this one, the vast majority of them. The few that I'm not getting, I'm recognising most of them. It's just you really need to get every word in the sentence so it's just completely fried, especially with Latin, because of the way the word order is. So yeah, my plan now is just to continue with Genesis because I managed to read from chapter 1, which I did study, but through chapter 2, 3, 4 and 5 without studying them, but reading any of these completely different bits of text, I can get the meaning off it. If I went slower, if I wasn't recording the video, I'd do much better. I'd be able to grasp it, but reading from Genesis, just reading from the pages on, a lot easier than this. Anyway, that's me. Better finish before it gets too long.